morning, everyone. I'm Reverend Helen Vello, and welcome to the Global Truth Center, Toronto, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for tuning in. I know that Werner, just want to give him a shout out in Germany, who just became a step grandfather and is very excited. And Werner, you sent me pictures of the baby, which is so adorable. And I know we have people in Mexico, we have people in Cranbrook, BC, and uh, all over joining in. Thank you. Our theme for March is practicing the presence. Our vision statement is, and you can all say it with me, love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. And we join in community to embrace this feeling that each of us matter to one another, to come together with a shared faith and understanding and embodiment, and knowing that there is a power for good in the universe, and we are this power. We are this infinite creative energy, and we can use this energy individually and collectively to recognize we are part of something much greater than ourselves. We are part of an infinite creative source of all life. With us today is Deb Chamberlain and Carrie Garnier, and I'm going to invite Deb in for our opening song. Hi, Deb. It's so great to see you. Welcome. Glad to have you back. And
Thank you.
Deb's from New Jersey. So we've got someone watching from New Jersey as well.
Cool. Good morning, everyone, and I'm so happy to be back with you here today. This is a song I wrote called Love is Everything. Look for love within the spaces, even in the cold, hard places. There is nothing that exists that is not love. When you're tempted to withdraw, sit in stillness and recall all the times you discovered unexpected love. 'Cause love is everything. Yes, love is at the core. And if love is everything, then it opens every door. In times of peace, in times of doubt, don't be fooled by those without. There is nothing missing. It's a call from love to turn within and see the truth. This universe inside of you is the secret garden, sprouting seeds of love. 'Cause love is everything. Yes, love is at the core. And if love is everything, then it opens every door. So step into this world with the grace of an angel, and spread your wings and soar with the faith of a child. 'Cause love is everything. Yes, love is at the core. And if love is everything, then it opens every door. Yes, it opens every door.
Beautiful, Deb. It's so great to have you back with us.
So
Thank you so much. Hmm. It's funny, Deb and I were talking before the service started, and um, she's. I'm just gonna say it, Deb. Hope you don't mind. Uh, she's in a workshop this weekend with a man named Robert Fritz, whom I've read a few of his books, and I know someone else who has taken some workshops from Robert or with Robert, and that he teaches people about reality, not in with the capital R, reality from or what am I trying to say here? Reality with a capital R versus reality with that we see in every day, and how when we're not fully embodied in reality from a spiritual knowing and truth and embodiment, that we vacillate back and forth. And this is one of the reasons we come together as a community, is to go beyond the world of form, reality with a small r, to understand that the physical world is simply a reflection of our consciousness. The ultimate reality is one of love, peace, and harmony, and that each one of us can embody and live from this understanding, this spiritual truth, knowing that in every moment we have choice. Every moment, whatever we choose to think, whatever we choose to be, will determine the world that we see. So today, in this world of form, we are being called to embody peace, harmony, safety, security for ourselves and for our brothers and sisters on this planet. So know that whatever direction our mind takes and firmly believes in does form a new thought pattern within this atmosphere of pure potentiality, this atmosphere of spiritual reality. And so we also must recognize that if we continue to live as we have lived in the past, then our future will be more of the same. If we continue to war with ourselves, war with others, there will continue to be war in the world. So let's get really, really clear on what we stand for, and to know that this is the reality that we create from today and every day. I stand for peace. Today and every day, I stand for the right of every being on this earth plane to experience safety and security. Today and every day, I stand for the knowing that the incarnation of spirit is in all beings, and that everyone is an incarnation of the one spirit. I stand for the unity of all life, and that the highest God and the most inner God is one. One God, one life, one power, one infinite creative source of this life. I stand for the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. Today and every day, I stand for love only and choose to live from this consciousness of love. And so let us take a breath in together, a breath into our heart space, opening our minds, our hearts, our bodies to this deeper consciousness of love only. Forgive everything. Coming back to remembering who we are, and a commitment to stand for this, a commitment to play a part, a very important part, in bringing peace and harmony to the world. So I also invite you to consider the possibility that there is a way for us to think, be, and act from love only. And so it is. And with that, I'm going to bring Deb and our beautiful practitioner of the day, Carrie Garnier, in for our invocation song and opening treatment.
Have you forgotten who you are? Made from dust of a shining star. If you wake up to yesterday's fears, trust the answer is already here. It's the way home, the way home. Let Spirit guide you there. The way home, the way home is shown to you in prayer. Life is just the mirror of the beauty that you are. Come home through prayer. Oh, I see you, I hear you, I know you. Spirit is here to show you. There's nothing to do or say. Let go as Spirit shows you the way. The way home, the way home. Let Spirit guide you there. The way home, the way home. It's shown to you in prayer. Life is just the mirror of the beauty that you are. Come home through prayer.
In this moment and with this breath, I invite each and every one of us to come home, to this home right here and right now, as we invite in this time and this space to be with ourselves, to know there is only the one God, which is love, knowing that is each and every one of us at the core of who we are, ever and never changing. This essence of love is our home. And we sit in this moment as togetherness to be home with each other. I am grateful for this time. I am grateful for living prayer. With a full heart, I release these words as law, knowing they are done. Together we say, and so it is.
The truth never hides. It's there in your heart. Open your mind. Let the healing start to lead you home. All the way home. Let Spirit guide you there. The way home, the way home is shown to you in prayer. Life is just a mirror of the beauty that you are. Come home through prayer. Life is just the mirror of the beauty that you are. Come home through prayer. Thank you.
That was truly exquisite, Carrie and Deb. Thank you. Oh, I love those lyrics. Thank you so much, Deb. Carrie,
Helen,
how are you?
I am very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I've just had a week of vacation. I can't get any better.
And I am starting my week of vacation.
Yes, you are. Spring break. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
How is practicing the presence influencing you this month?
Um, it's influencing me in being able to manage all there is to manage. Life is rich and full, and I wouldn't change a thing. And with that richness comes cracking open of the heart and standing strong for those I love. And a good way to do that is to stay in the present moment.
It is.
But I did want to share a quote as well, which is I found it this morning, but it also helps me to stay in the present moment. And I thought I would share it. It's a Maya Angelou.
Oh.
If you must look back, do so forgivingly.
Carrie.
Is this thing?
Carrie, start again. I lost you. You literally just froze.
Oh no, I'm back now.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. If you must look back, do so forgivingly. If you must look forward, do so prayerfully. However, the wisest thing you can do is to be present in the present gratefully. And I think that allowing, those are the three components I do use daily to stay in the present moment. And yeah, the forgiveness for past, the prayer for future, and gratefulness in the moment, and allows me to be grateful for all of these amazing experiences I'm going through. Yeah.
Beautiful. And I love that. Forgiveness for the past, prayer for the future, grateful for the moment.
Yeah, yeah. So in the moment, I am working with my siblings to move my father into a new home for his highest and best good. So it's been a journey, and staying in the present moment is making it continue to be one of love.
And what an incredible gift to give your dad when you can do it from that place of presence and love.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes. And
yeah.
that energy, we sometimes don't see the effect of it, but to know and have faith that it's felt.
Yes, and even just honoring where he is, like this is a big
Mhm.
change for him, and allowing him to feel that moment, the loss in that moment, but be present with him.
Mm.
I just noticed my siblings trying to make it better, and I just wanted to be with him and honor that that's what he's going through. And I can do that when I stay in the present.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, beautiful, Carrie. And what a great example for your siblings as well.
thank you.
Yes. Would you like to lead us through our affirmation, there it is.
Perfect. Okay, I will say it one time. Today, and just let yourself absorb it. Just hear this. Today is a gift. I
Mm.
accept this day with my full presence and undivided attention. And now let's just take that into the heart and say it together. Today is a gift. I accept this day with my full presence and undivided attention. And I know that we've been working on sound this morning. I don't know if you can hear it, but my cat is very close and purring.
I can hear him. He always likes to be in the center of attention. It's like he's very present.
He's the master. He's another one I turn to. Like, he's the master of being in the present moment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, one of the things to be very grateful for with our pets,
Yeah.
our furry friends. Thank you so much, Carrie. Stay tuned. I'm going to bring you back at the end.
Absolutely.
All
Thank you.
right. Thank you. Oh, I'm going to bring Deb back for our feature song. It's another original. And Deb, I'm just going to let you take that away.
All right. This song is called The River. I'm sorry, This River. I have seen golden sunsets. I have felt love's embrace, swimming in a roaring river, flowing with God's grace, awakening to each new sunrise, trusting in the best of love, 'cause I believe life's miracles are meant for each of us, and that this river runs deeper than the ocean. This river flows wider than the sea, and there's no end to where this river carries me. Every day's a gift from heaven. Everyone's on heaven's list. And with every breath of air, we welcome heaven's kiss. Basking in the simple pleasures, dancing with the changing winds, surrendering to nature's rhythm is where freedom begins. As we trust, this river runs deeper than the ocean. This river flows wider than the sea, and there's no end to where this river carries me, flowing strong and wild and free, being all we came to be. As this river runs deeper than the ocean, this river flows wider than the sea, and there's no end to where this river carries me, so wild and strong and free. I'm going where this river carries me.
Oh, so beautiful. And I'm sorry, I had the river as well as opposed to this river.
It's okay.
But oh, how beautiful. And I feel like I'm actually sitting and listening to you live.
Oh,
Thank you
good.
so much. It's absolutely gorgeous, Deb.
Thank you.
Wow. How often do we just allow the river to carry us? Or are we fighting all the time and pushing and trying to control? And, really, oh, if we could just get to that place of complete surrender into that deep, soulful place of knowing who we are in this month of practicing presence and um, oh, just uh, getting still and being in the moment, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And all we can do is in this moment make it the best moment ever. So we don't even have to go back and forgive the past. We know it was good, very good. It was love and beauty and grace. And so, you know, just really taking a moment also to acknowledge all those little things, which is my name of my talk today. It's the little things. And to find beauty, to find grace, to find that connection to our God self in those tiny, tiny moments, and stack them up because they're so important. It's, at the end of the day, it's not going to be the big things that are going to count. It's all those sweet, tender, little moments that actually aren't so little, because as Emerson said, there's no greater small in the soul that maketh all. And last week I was at the cottage, having a week off. Big thing, little thing, it was just a wonderful time to pretty much unplug from life and give me the time and space to enjoy nature, all the beauty around me. There was a ton of snow, ton. Like coming back to Toronto, there's no snow compared to what was there was. It just snowed and snowed, and it would fall on the lake, and the trees were covered in snow, and just to take that moment and breathe it in and be so present to it. And yes, we had lots of great meals and played amazing ping pong games. And I get very competitive in ping pong, but it made for some good laughter. And it's that taking that time to do something different that lifts us out of the sameness of life, realizing there's so much life to be experienced. And one of the things that came to me as well is the value of taking a break from the mundane things that we do every single day, and to breathe and do something different and become present to those beautiful moments of life, of God expressing in the moment. And for me, I think my work ethic and my value that I place on working all the time supersedes those moments of pleasure and supersedes giving myself permission to really unplug. And that's something I'm really looking at shifting and changing within myself, and to be, more present to people, moments, and life itself. And with all that's happening in the world, it is more important than ever to be grateful for those moments. So, to recognize that life is made up of these moments, and as we collect these moments, it brings us closer to the indwelling presence of our own God self within, spirit within, and to be living life with a spiritual consciousness. And spiritual consciousness, as we are living life in reality with a capital R, it also allows us to let go of frustration and fear, hate, envy, jealousy, malice, self judgment, our prejudices, and this feeling that we're separate, that somehow we're not all connected. And as long as these qualities are present in our life, present in our consciousness, then yeah, we have more work to do, a lot more work. Spiritual consciousness is everywhere. It is an absolute spiritual sense, but it is only effective in our experience to the extent that we are willing to realize that we have a spiritual consciousness. And it's funny because both Judy and I are reading Practicing the Presence by Joel Goldsmith. Well, I think Judy finished reading it yesterday. She sent me this note going, oh my God, between what happens in class, which again is a magical, transformative experience. And then she said, reading the practicing the presence, it's like the angels started singing hallelujah because we have these realizations that God is everywhere. And we don't need to look for evidence. It shows up because it's a reflection of our consciousness. If God was realized everywhere, everybody, everybody would be free, healthy, wealthy, independent, joyous, living in peace and harmonious. So we need to realize it in our own minds, to open up our hearts, like Carrie said, of cracking open or breaking open our hearts, to feel so deeply that and embody so deeply our sense of knowing that everything is God. It's like electricity. We know electricity is everywhere present, but it's no value to us unless we are connected in some way to electricity for a particular use, right? We are connected to electricity for our phones, for everything, actually. So it is of value to us. What if we recognized that our consciousness is of value to us? Our consciousness is the substance of the world. And every issue of our life is determined not by external conditions and things that are happening, but by our consciousness. Because spiritual truth is brought alive through our consciousness. So, focusing on those little joys and pleasures in life remind us of the abundance that is available to us, the abundance of this life giving force that is available to us in each and every moment. And how many of us have those moments, right? When days, those moments, okay, those days, those weeks, those months, when nothing seems right and everything seems messy and difficult and you're sludging through life. Those are the days when you need to crack open your heart and allow yourself to find the beauty, the grace, the peace, the joy in the little things, so that we have the strength to move through the muck and come out on the other side. And the magic of starting to focus on all these little things is that we gradually shift our mindset into what's missing from our life to, oh, here is the abundance of spirit that's like right in front of me and I'm not seeing it. And how many of us do that all the time? It's right there. We're not seeing it. We're not part of it. Bring yourself to where your feet are. Bring yourself to where your feet are, which means get present in your body. Because so often we can be in the proximity of so much grace and beauty and joy and people that we love, but we're not present to them. So bring yourself to where your feet are. I love that. Because think of it. Feel your feet on the ground for a moment. Feel your feet on the ground. Breathe deep down into your feet. You get present. Oh, yeah, I actually feel my feet on the earth, connected to the earth. And then I'm more alive, I'm more awakened, I'm more conscious. When we become alive in our minds, in our thoughts, and in our experience, when we become conscious, awakened, aware to all that we are, we will never know anything but love. And that's what a mystic does. mystic knows love only, sees love in every tragedy, in every disparaging situation. So keep the presence of who you are alive in your consciousness, and then you are practicing the principles of spiritual living. And it starts by simply noticing, oh, I am grateful. I am grateful for this moment. I am grateful to know that there's a community of people coming together right here, right now, in this very moment, in consciousness of who they are. That's a little thing, and that's also a big thing. Joel Goldsmith, in Practicing the Presence, says, God is the only law, a law which maintains and sustains the harmony of perfection of its own creation at all times. God is the only law. And we talk about so many laws in this teaching: the law of cause and effect, the law of forgiveness, the law of sacrifice, the law of giving and receiving, the law of attraction. It's all one law. It's God. It's God showing up to the degree that we are open to realizing it is who we are, and it is everyone and everything. If we don't realize it, then we don't know it, and it's inconsequential. Truth is omnipresent in our consciousness if we're willing to open up to it. Truth is the law, and it eliminates every form of discord in our experience, because spiritual law governs our entire being, our body, everything we think, say, and do, again, to the degree that we realize it. So take a moment and feeling your feet on the ground. You can affirm this: spiritual law governs my consciousness. Spiritual law governs my consciousness. Spiritual law permeates, maintains, and sustains me. Spiritual law permeates, maintains, and sustains me. So think about this. If God is everywhere present and is law, then it's up to each and every one of us to awaken our minds to this truth. But here's the thing: we can't be attached to whether anybody else does or not. It's not our business. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you awakening your mind to this truth? Because law means it cannot be changed, no matter how hard we try in our humanness. The law is the law is the law. It cannot be changed. And everything that is permanent is supported by the law. But everything that is discordant, like war, like poverty, like disease, come and go. They are ever changing. They have no permanence. They have no law to support them. And I find great comfort in understanding that war has no law to support it. That disease has no law to support it. For if disease was supported by the law, then disease could not be disrupted and healed. Everything that does not have law to support its existence in the world of form can be healed. Think about that. That's where it's so important for each and every one of us to have that consciousness of love only, to come back into remembering who we are, because war is not permanent. Disease is not permanent. It can be healed. Sometimes it's physically, sometimes it's mentally, sometimes it's spiritually, metaphysically. So, to know ourselves as God and to accept this as the only law of which we choose to live by will always be active then and always be present in our experience. There is no law binding us to any discordant condition. Think about that. There is no law binding us to financial stress. There is no law binding us to emotional stress. There is no law binding us to any dis-ease. So, oh, let's get quiet for a moment in our heart space. And I invite you to place your hands on your heart, to breathe in. Breathe into your heart space. Send that breath right down into your feet. So you show up where your feet are. And to get quiet within yourself for a little bit. Because the stillness, the quietness allows us to be. And as we breathe in, we create a path of presence to our mind-body connection. Because the breath always brings us to the here and now. Our breath, as we breathe into our feet, brings us to our feet here and now. And now ask yourself, what are those little things that you're grateful for? Whether it's your pet or your family, your home. Some flowers, Carrie's beautiful prayer, or Hester's meditation this morning, Deb's beautiful music, all those little things that actually aren't so little. Notice as you breathe in how that feels for you. Recognizing this beautiful, gentle spirit within us, which wells up within us, that doesn't have any relationship to anything that shows up in form. This infinite, invisible breath deepens our recognition of who we are. And brings us into a deeper appreciation of all those things, the beauty, the grace, the connections that we have, the connections to our friends, to our family, to this community, our connection to life itself. So, breathing in again, knowing the power, that power of love, that power of peace, that power of gratitude that is responding to each and every one of us in our own unique way, opens us up to realize our greatness, to realize and remember who we are, to realize that peace and health and well-being is who I am right here, right now, that allows me to be and sustain this presence, so that each one of us is in contribution to a peace that can prevail on this earth. Recognizing that all energy and all matter at all levels is created by the same omnipresent universal mind, and that my reality is a manifestation of my mind. So I breathe in and I recognize all those little things that gives me a reality with a capital R, a reality that God, Spirit, this everlasting, evolutionary energy is always, always emerging into the next evolution of my being, of everyone's being, the next evolution of realization that we are all one. And so, taking another breath and exhaling, giving thanks in this moment, releasing the past, being present, and knowing that the future that unfolds is based on this present moment and how we show up right here, right now. And so, as we show up as our God self in that realization of our own power and presence as God, then we know there is something beautiful unfolding in the future. And so, with that, I just release it. I let it go. I bless. I bless all that has come before me and in this moment, and all that is coming into the next moment, knowing it is all good. All is well. And so it is. And so, with that, I say thank you. Thank you for showing up and realizing in your own consciousness who you are and your own capacity to recognize the love, the light, the law of God operating through everything. And of course, we always talk about in class, and this is what's tripping up people as well in class. It's like, how does that work? The absolute is the absolute at the relative, the awareness that we understand it. But the absolute is the relative. The absolute, that law of God is operating at the level that we realize it. And so let's realize it a whole lot more, because that will make the world a much better place. Namaste. And with that, I am going to bring up our giving affirmation. I live in an universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give to my spiritual center, I recognize I am the flow of abundance. I share with all life. As I give, I receive. And so it is. Well, that's the law of God for sure. That is the law of God in action. And so this week, or this month rather, we're going to kind of do a couple of different things. We are giving to the Happily Ever Esther animal farm. That is our tithe. But we're also looking for um, places, and Rev Fred actually brought up a great way to donate to the people of the Ukraine, where the Airbnb is donating homes for people who are displaced, so that they can just settle in before they either find something new or hopefully go back to the head back to the Ukraine once things have settled down. So that is one place. The other place is the Red Cross is a great place to donate. So we're going to look at dividing up our tithe this month, and perhaps if more donations come in, then we can tithe more to support the people of the Ukraine, but also continue with our monthly tithe to Happily Ever Esther Animal Farm. And they do such an incredible job with animals and giving them homes. If you follow them on Instagram or Facebook at all, they're always posting great pictures of their animals. You can join us for class at 7 p.m. on Wednesdays. And oh my gosh, the classes are transformative and magical. It is quite something to be in class. And it's one thing to learn the material, it's another thing to then step into it and start creating your life from what you've learned. So it's a great group of people. You're welcome to join us 7 p.m. And then also we have Spirit Breath starts up again this week on Monday at 8 a.m. And our Sacred Prayer Circle will also start up again this Wednesday at 6 p.m. So from 6 to 6:30 on Zoom, and the link is on the website, as is the link to Spirit Breath. And that's pretty much all the announcements, except for one more, and that is, as I scroll down to the bottom, Carrie is available for affirmative prayer after the celebration today. So if you want to, again, really embody and step into that consciousness of I am this infinite, powerful, creative source of my life, then you can call Carrie at 647-225-4076. And with that, I am going to bring Deb in for our final song today, which is, this song is being played a lot right now, and I think it's really important for us to see the world in all the beauty and wonder that it is. So take it away, Deb.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that message. Really grounding. Thank you so much. I'm so
You're
happy to be
welcome.
here. And I hope you'll sing along at home and see God in everything as we sing this song together. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright blessed days, and the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, they're also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I will ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful
Beautiful. Love that humming at the end there, Carrie. Miss you singing. No, it was great. It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. I thought, she doesn't know I'm going to bring her in at the end here. But it was so perfect. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Deb. Much love to you all. Have a wonderful Sunday.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
Bye.
Bye.